I'm sorry to just jump in, but I want to get to it. So Rogue One, I think you may have did Chris Weitz work with you on that?
Yeah, my good friend Craig became very friendly from us both having written on that movie. He actually came on after me. You know what these big studio movies are like? It's like a relay race. You kind of write until you're exhausted, and then you hand the baton on to someone else, and then they run the next leg, and on and it goes. And we had there were several writers that came and went on Rogue One, but Chris and I were two of those who were fortunate enough to end up in the final credits for the film.
Yeah, he's a lovely guy, actually.
I love him. He's great.
He's a good friend. I worked with him.
Really nice guy.
Yeah. So I was like, I was excited to talk to you as a result of that.
And by the way, like you talking about that writing process, you were happy to make it to the credits at the end. Like a lot of people don't know this when writing something. Like, was that something that you knew? Like, were you like crossing your fingers hoping?
I don't know. I mean, you guys know as well as I do that it's the credit arbitration process can be exhausting, emotionally exhausting, and I've been through it on every movie that I've worked on. As I suspect most writers, very very rare to be like the sole writer on a movie from beginning to end. Not just the sole credited writer, but the sole writer. Right? It's so common in this business to be replaced, and it's a very very strange thing. I think Hollywood's kind of unique in that regard. The analogy I always uses, if you imagine like Stephen King's publisher coming to him after he turns in his latest manuscript and saying, listen, Stephen, we love the draft, but we think the third act needs work, so we're gonna bring in someone else. Like, you're laughing because it's absurd, right? But in Hollywood, that is just how it works. Certainly with Star Wars, I mean, I remember telling the director Gareth Edwards, like my first week there, going, there's no way I'm the last writer on this movie. Like, they're going to have other people come in, and so it proved to be the case. But once the dust settled from the arbitration, like I said, I don't even know how many writers there were overall, but there were 4 credited writers in the end, and I was one of them.